So the other day I met with one of the architects who is presently working on New Haven's Farmington Canal Greenway, which is arguably the largest push for bicycle infrastructure that this small American city has seen so far. Now if you want the full lowdown on the project development to this point, a video below the screen there labeled New Haven Bicycle Infrastructure Summary can tell you all you need. However, while I might have been a bit critical of the Farmington Canal Greenway in this summary for its ineffectiveness to make New Haven more accessible and safer for cyclists, I'm gradually realizing this project's brilliance. This is because I'm seeing that with the current state of public opinion in this city and this country right now, it simply is not justifiable to spend $6 million in government funding on infrastructure that is exclusively for bicycles. So the Farmington Canal is an effective way to increase bicycle infrastructure in a manner that is presently acceptable by public opinion. Also, by bringing cyclists in contact with non-cyclists along this multi-use greenway, citizens will be able to see and understand that the bicycle is an effective way to get around their city. So this project is an important tool in shaping future public opinion of bicycles and creating future demand for bicycle infrastructure. Now, the architect that I interviewed is working on what is arguably the most multi-use part of this greenway, and so it is very important to the success of this project. So without any further ado, I would like to present some highlights from my interview that will hopefully get you to make sense of this multi-use greenway.
One of the schemes to show an urban connection to the Park of the Arts, which is right back here.
Okay.
Behind the Neighborhood Music School and the Foundry. We like this option because it'll link the Audubon Arts District to the trail here. So it'll create some really interesting urban connections, you know.
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
Down to there, and all over,
I mean, but now, and also this is a connection to, is that a connection to the street here?
Yeah,
or?
yeah, you'll come back up here and you come back up to Whitney Avenue.
And also, will this now connect to the Orange Street bike routes? I guess that's
yes,
all the way
right
up there.
This is Orange Street right back here, right?
Yep.
So this will naturally come to here. In our designs, we show, like, you know, ideally we're going to have sort of a raised and paved intersection here. So, and so here's a concept for that, you know, that broad sort of. We don't call it a ramp because technically it's not a ramp grade. It's less steep than a ramp. It's a sloped surface.
So it's ideal for bike riding then, or.
Yeah. But keep in mind that this is defined. You know, the Farmington Canal Greenway is not exclusively for bicycles, right? It's a multi-use recreational trail.
Interesting. But now, okay, I know that you say that obviously this isn't just like a route for bicycles or and it's for the public in general. It is a public park. But now, do you see, I guess, is its primary function though for bicycles, or would you say that, I mean, is there a specific crowd that it is targeting, or?
No, you can't say that because it's multi-use. So you have, you have different constituencies, right? You have
right.
You have the joggers, you have the bicyclists, you have the rollerbladers. Walkers.
Yeah. But okay, I mean, I guess while it is definitely true, and obviously yes, it is a multi-use park, and it's an important thing to consider. But I mean, this is though obviously something very significant for bicycle users in New Haven, as it is probably the largest bike project that's happened in New Haven. So to this point, probably right.
Yeah. So you know, I'm speaking mainly about this what we're working on, which is. The below grade area. Right. Because and the reason why I'm forthright about that point that it's multi-use is because I really feel like this is more than just a lineal pathway, right? It could be a public space. So to answer your question, I guess the answer would be we'd have to make it known through signage that this is a sort of more of a mixed use activity area.
Okay.
Because when you think about it, if we were just to make if the scheme was just to do a bikeway here and do a path, through this dark space here, there would be no other reason for people to be down there other than passing by on their bike, right? Mm-hmm. So it's going to be pretty desolate and dead. So I think the philosophy or the approach that everyone agrees to is to give people another reason to be down there, and using the historical information, right, to provide sort of an educational experience and a cultural experience that will give, it'll become a sort of a visitor's magnet, I guess, is one of the ideas. That'll be a place for people to congregate and give them a reason to be there, right? To populate it. Mm-hmm. And so, we're designing this. It can be both. I think it can be both.
Right, right, or it should be. There should be multiple reasons for people coming there, at least now, to
Right.
appreciate the space. And once the space is well appreciated, then
So you know, you don't have people like living there. And
right, right,
right. Right. The best security is just used by ordinary people.
Okay.
And so we're looking at this as an urban space, multi-use urban space. That yes, it also would allow bicyclists.